kindness. And right, but we're reading it, but what we're gonna do now is we're delving into it, Elias. That's what we're working on right now. Okay, and the reason that we're doing that, readers, Elias, is so that we can get really good at this thing right over here. I'm gonna read it first, and we're all gonna read it together. Ready? Readers can tell when a character in a story changes and think about why the character changed. That's what we've been working on. Okay, let's all read it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Readers can tell when a character in a story changes and think about why the character changed.
All right. So in this book, we know that there's a couple of different characters that we've had, and it starts off right here. It's like a school setting, right? And then Amaya comes. Sorry, not Amaya. Maya, she comes. And you guys remember she's new to the school, right? And can someone tell me something about Maya? What did you remember, Christos? Yeah, she was nice. She was shy when she first got there. And so she got sat next to this girl right here. Do you remember her name? Chloe. And Chloe's the one that is telling the story. And here's Chloe with all of her friends. And Maya, you might recall, was trying to be friends with them, but were they friends back with her? No. And so, here she is ending up playing by herself, Maya does, because the other girls won't. Does Chloe ever want to look at her?
No.
Right. So at the beginning of the story, we're thinking about what Chloe's like as a character here. And then, as you might remember, there's different things are happening. They really never, want to be friends with Maya. They kind of talk about her. They whisper things about her behind her back. But then all of a sudden, one day, Maya's not there. And on that day, the teacher teaches them this lesson. And does anyone remember what that is?
A pebble.
Yeah, Jaden.
It's like a water. Like she puts water in the bowl, and if you drop the pedal, like the water.
Yeah, it ripples. And what was she saying that was like? What was she saying that was like? Every time you drop something in, yeah, Emily H. Yeah, it's kindness. And then each person got to drop one in, right? And so Chloe started thinking about this. And she got to think, she goes, if I drop my pebble in and the water ripples out, if I'm not doing something kind, can meanness also ripple out?
No.
I don't know, we'd have to think about that. So she begins to think about this, Chloe does. And remember, Maya's not there anymore. And she decides that she wants to do something kind for Maya. She's thought about that. But then all of a sudden, Maya's never there. And she keeps hoping Maya will come back. And then we find her at the end that the teacher announces that Maya is not coming back to that school, that she's moved. And here we see this picture right there. Take a good look at it. This is at the end of the story. So today we're going to have a discussion without raising our hands about how did Chloe, sorry if I said Maya on that, I meant Chloe. How did Chloe change from the beginning of the story to the end of the story? Okay. Take a moment just to think about that right now. And I'm going to give you 15 seconds to do that, and then we're going to have a conversation. Do some thinking right now. How did she change? And why did she change? What was it that made her change? We're looking about that why. Think about that. What happened that made her begin to think differently about herself and about her relationship with Maya? How did Chloe change? Okay, let's stand up shoulder to shoulder. We're going to be in a meeting circle. Okay. We need to make sure that we're really shoulder to shoulder. So if you don't have someone that's close to your shoulder, you're going to have to move in a lot because look at these big gaps. Okay. Are you going to have to move your bodies? Okay, we got to get all the way over to that shoulder. See, I've got a shoulder here and I've got a shoulder there. If you don't have a shoulder that close, what do you got to do? Keep moving in. Keep moving in. Keep moving in. Keep moving in. You guys are gonna have to bend around the end. There you go. Perfect. All right. Okay. I think you guys are okay. Are you guys a little squishy down there? Why doesn't someone go down there? Emily H., why don't you go right down there? And that way. Okay, let's have a seat right where we're at. Knee to knee. Okay. So you're gonna turn and you're gonna do the partner. These two are gonna be partners first. So can you guys turn? Can you two turn? You two are turning. You two are turning to each other. You guys are partners. You two are partners. You two, you two, you two, you two, and you two. Okay, here's the question that you're going to talk with your partner first. How did Chloe change? Did Chloe change? And how did she change? And then think about, why did she change? What was it that might have made Chloe begin to think differently about how she was treating Maya? Okay, turn to your partner and talk to them. Are you going first? Then go first.
And then one day, she's gone. That day, another day,
Did she change? Did Chloe change from the beginning of the book to the end? What made her change?
The teacher taught her kindness to everyone, but Chloe was not there.
Right?
And then Chloe was still not doing it. One day, Chloe was trying to think if I was
What
there.
happened that made Chloe think that she should start being nice to Maya? What got her thinking about being nice?
The teacher announced it. She went to a different school,
The teacher.
a different home, and a different place. So sad.
Okay, take up about another 10, 15 seconds and finish up your conversation. All right, ready? Okay, turn back into the circle. Okay, put your hands in a safe place because we're gonna have this conversation without raising our hands. So, the one thing we have to make sure we're working on is we're learning how to listen. So listening means that where's your focal point?
And the speaker that is talking about
Yes.
this thing.
Look at the speaker. And then what's your brain doing during this?
Trying to think about the words that they say.
Yeah, think of the words that they're saying that are coming out of their mouth. Are you thinking about what you're gonna have for dinner? Are you thinking about how you really like that person's shirt? No. Okay, and then what helps to let the person talking know that you're actually listening? What should you be doing?
Listening.
Okay, well this is all part of
Thinking what
listening.
she's saying.
What do you do?
Nod your
You
head.
can nod your head,
Smile.
like you agree, or you can be like, I'm not sure about that. Now, remember, you're going to start here. To show that you're listening, when someone gets done talking, you need to either agree with them or disagree with them, but you got to think about what they're saying, and then, or you may want to go back to what someone said, or you can ask them to say more about it. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, here it is. Here's the question. In Jacqueline Woodson's book, Each Kindness, why did Chloe change? Did Chloe change from the beginning of the book to the end of the book? And why do you think she changed? What happened that maybe got her thinking about changing?
Me and my partner Drew, we were thinking about Chloe. She was being mean because she didn't want her to be her friend. But then she was thinking about her actions that she was doing, and then she saw back, and then she wanted to repay the nice thing, the bad thing she did, and she wanted to do the nice stuff to her, and then she was thinking, and then she went back to school, but Maya was never there. But then the teacher said, Chloe
little upset. She was kind of like really upset. That's what they say, like she's sorry or something. She's actually she's never actually did get to be nice. She mostly just got mean and sad.
My partner and I
Are you the same partner?
But she's
so, but that's what's going on. And so she was always mean to her, and then one day, like she never got, she wasn't there, and then she wanted to say all the nice things another day, and another day she was doing that, and then one day she was never there, and she never got to say anything that she wanted to say to her.
I agree with that. I really do, because she actually did really want to say something, but she never got to. Me and my partner and I, Sawyer.
Oh, you've had a chance to talk. Remember, we're gonna let other people have a chance to talk.
Okay.
That's one of the things.
Me and my partner Nick, we were talking, and since she wasn't, since she was mean at the beginning, and then she was sad at the end because she never got to say anything, and it made her feel.
Why do you think she changed? Why do you think she changed?
Because she never, Maya never wanted to play with her, and when the teacher said each kindness makes the world better, she never did anything nice to Maya, so she never got to do anything nice.
Agreed.
You've had a chance to talk, so we need to hear from other people.
My partner and I.
Oh, you either have to agree or disagree with what she said, or go back to what she said. Do you have something you want to add to that, or not? If not, then just wait and let someone else have a chance to do it. Yeah. I mean, unless you want to agree or disagree with that.
Could you say more about it? She never got to do anything nice to Maya. That's why she didn't want to put that little balls inside the water. So she wanted to do something nice, but she never got to because Maya already left and she never came back. Could you say more about because, like,
I think she's done a pretty good job.
yeah, but
Oh, how do you feel about that?
I just think can you say more about it because really, because at the end she dropped a pebble, I know that, but I'm thinking about the start what she was saying. So, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that there's something interesting that you guys have brought up, that Elias has mentioned and that Emily mentioned. And I really want to thank everyone for chipping in on our conversation today. It takes a lot to take that risk and do that, doesn't it? But I think one thing she said is she got thinking about that. Did Chloe actually ever drop a rock into the pail?
I would think so.
In the story, she didn't, because she didn't feel like she'd been very what? Kind. So that got her thinking. And then at the very end of the book, do you remember how she, the very last page, what's she doing at the pond? She's dropping pebbles into the pond, and she's thinking about how she did not ever get a chance to make things right with Maya. Have you ever had a time like that? That's what we're going to talk